welcome back to my channel, The Coins World. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the Philippine 25 centimo coin from 1979. At first glance, this small bronze-colored coin may look ordinary, but when you peel back the layers of history, politics, economics, and design choices, you will see that this coin holds a much larger story about the Philippines during one of its most transformative decades. Let's begin the journey and uncover why the 1979-5 centimo deserves a special place in history. The 25 centimo coin belongs to the Bagang Lipunan or ABL series, which was introduced under the government of Ferdinand Marcos in the 1970s. The series carried not only monetary value but also strong political symbolism, as it was part of the new society vision promoted by Marcos. Every coin in the series, including the 25 centimo, carried the inscription, Bagang Lipunan, to remind Filipinos of this new political order. The coin itself was struck in brass, giving it a distinctive golden-brown appearance. With a diameter of 20 millimeters, it was small yet practical for daily transactions. The obverse side featured the portrait of Juan Luna, one of the most celebrated Filipino painters and revolutionaries of the late 19th century. His presence on the coin was deliberate, meant to connect everyday economic life with the legacy of nationalism and cultural pride. Juan Luna was not just a painter. He was a patriot who used his art and talent to inspire Filipinos toward independence. By placing him on the 25 centimo coin, the government subtly tied its political messaging to Luna's legacy. His famous works, like the Spoliarium, symbolized both artistic mastery and resistance against oppression. For millions of Filipinos handling the coin daily, Luna's image reminded them of the sacrifices of the past. On the reverse side, the coin displayed the official seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, surrounded by the text Republica ng Pilipinas and the year of minting, in this case 1979. This simple but powerful design reinforced the authority of the state over the economy and its role in shaping the country's future. The late 1970s were not an easy time for the Philippines. The country was under martial law, and economic conditions were turbulent. Inflation was a concern, and smaller denomination coins like the 25 centimo carried importance in maintaining everyday trade. It might not seem like much, but back then, 25 centimo had real purchasing power, often enough to buy small snacks, candies, or basic household goods. The 1979 minting of the coin came during a period when the government wanted to strengthen trust in the currency. Producing coins with durable brass helped achieve that, as brass was less likely to corrode compared to older coin compositions. This made the 25 centimo coin long-lasting, which is why many of these coins are still found in circulation or in collections today. A piece of currency may look simple at first glance, but it carries with it layers of history, national identity, and even stories of economic shifts that shaped the Philippines in the late 20th century. Sit tight as we unfold its tale, because by the end, you'll see how this coin is more than just metal. It's a symbol of resilience and pride. The 1 peso coin of 1977 belongs to the Bagang Lipunan series, a coinage line introduced under President Ferdinand Marcos. This series was launched after the declaration of martial law in 1972, and the name itself, Bagang Lipunan, meaning the new society, was meant to signify the government's vision of a disciplined, reformed nation. Every coin from this era is not just money but also propaganda, carrying a strong political message. On the obverse of the 1 peso 1977, we see the portrait of Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. His calm yet determined gaze has long been a reminder of the country's struggle for independence and intellectual awakening. Choosing Rizal was a deliberate act, linking the new society to the ideals of sacrifice, reform, and progress. The reverse of the coin shows the national seal of the Philippines, flanked by the words Republica ng Pilipinas and the year of minting, 1977. Below it the words Bagang Lipunan stand, proudly embedding the ideology of the time into everyday life. Imagine holding this coin in your hand. During the 1970s, it wasn't just money. It was a piece of the government's narrative. The coin was struck in nickel brass, giving it a warm golden hue. Measuring 27 millimeters in diameter, it had a weight of around 7 grams. This gave it both durability and a distinct presence in one's pocket. Its golden shine often led people to associate it with higher value, even though it was just 1 peso. In 1977, the Philippines was undergoing great economic and political challenges. Inflation was rising. Imports were costly and the government heavily promoted nationalism. Coins like the 1 peso became tools for building a sense of national unity. Carrying Rizal's image every day reminded Filipinos of their heritage and the vision of freedom that leaders often invoked. The Bagong Lipunan coinage was not only about money but also about symbolism. By minting new designs, the government was attempting to mark a new era. The 1 peso of 1977 is an excellent example of this attempt, as it blends heroism, state authority, and economic function. For collectors, the 1 peso 1977 is a gem. It represents a specific time when coins were more than currency. They were instruments of storytelling. The simple yet bold design makes it attractive to numismatists worldwide. The political backdrop of this coin is crucial. By 1977, martial law had been in place for 5 years. The country was under tight control and propaganda was woven into many aspects. Of life. Coins were one of the most visible and constant mediums to remind people of the new society vision. Yet, beyond the politics, this coin became part of everyday Filipino life. From buying food in markets, paying jeepney fares, or contributing to church collections, the 1 peso 1977 circulated through millions of hands. Each coin carries traces of history, stories of ordinary people surviving, working, and dreaming. The design choice of Jose Rizal was particularly fitting. Rizal's advocacy for education, reform, and national identity resonated deeply in the Filipino consciousness. His image was more than decoration, it was a reminder of sacrifice and enlightenment. The nickel brass alloy used in this coin was not accidental either. It was chosen for its durability and cost-effectiveness. In a time of economic uncertainty, the government needed a coin that would last, and the 1 peso 1977 fulfilled this requirement. From a numismatic perspective, this coin is valuable not just for its metal, but for its story. Collectors prize it because it reflects both political history and cultural pride. Well-preserved examples of the 1977 1 peso often attract attention in auctions and online platforms. In fact, the coin market has shown that versions of the 1977 1 peso in uncirculated or mint condition are in high demand. Collectors on eBay, Etsy, and other auction platforms often seek these coins as part of their Philippine coin series. For everyday Filipinos, however, the coin is nostalgic. Many remember using it during their childhood or seeing their parents and grandparents keep it in jars or purses. Nostalgia is a powerful factor that makes coins like this even more valuable emotionally. The 1977 1 peso also reflects how coins carry identity. Every nation stamps its heroes, seals, and slogans onto coins, and in doing so, they create a small canvas of history. This coin is a perfect example of how everyday currency becomes a record of time. The Bagong Lipunan series was gradually phased out in the early 1980s, replaced by new coinage designs. However, the 1977 issue remains one of the more collected dates because of its association with a politically charged era. Interestingly, some collectors view this coin as controversial. On one hand, it celebrates Rizal and national pride. On the other, it is a product of martial law propaganda. This dual identity makes it a fascinating piece of history. Today, the 1 peso 1977 can be found in coin shops, online listings, and private collections. Prices vary depending on condition, but its historical value always outweighs its monetary worth. Coins like this remind us that history doesn't always live in museums. Sometimes, it lives in the palm of our hands, in the form of coins that once jingled in the pockets of millions. The Philippines of 1970. We're going to explore the fascinating journey of the Philippine 10 centimo coin minted in 2014. At first glance, this small denomination might not seem like much, but when we look deeper, it carries layers of history, national identity, and the everyday life of millions of Filipinos. This coin may be tiny in value, yet its story is larger than life. And by the end of this episode, you'll realize why it deserves a place of honor in the world of coin collecting. The 201 for 10 centimo coin belongs to the new generation currency and coin series, which was introduced by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) in 2011. This series marked a complete redesign of Philippine coins after decades of using the BSP coin series that began in 1995. The NGC coins were introduced to enhance durability, modernize the design, and improve security features, making counterfeiting much harder. One of the most striking features of the 2014 10 centimo coin is its simple yet elegant design. Unlike earlier coins that featured national heroes, the NGC series introduced native flora as its primary design elements. For the 10 centimo, the chosen symbol was the Kapal Beijing Hoya pubiculax, a beautiful flowering vine native to the Philippines. This change represented a major shift in numismatic philosophy from political figures to nature, signifying pride in the country's biodiversity. The obverse side of the coin bears the name Republica ng Pilipinas along with the national seal reinforcing sovereignty and identity. The reverse features the denomination 10 centimo and the image of the Kapal Beijing, reminding Filipinos of the natural wealth that surrounds them every day. The coin is made of steel and plated with copper, giving it a lightweight but durable quality. Its small size reflects its modest value, but its role in circulation is significant, especially in completing everyday transactions. For vendors, commuters, and ordinary people, the 10 centimo was essential for giving exact change. By 2014, inflation had already reduced the purchasing power of the centimo, but the coin still had a symbolic role. For example, jeepney drivers and small market vendors used it to round off fares and prices. Even though individually these coins had little buying power, in bulk they mattered a lot for business transactions. Collectors often see the 2014 issue as part of a transitional story. It wasn't just a coin, it was part of the effort to introduce the public to a completely new look and feel of Philippine money. The BSP launched extensive educational campaigns to familiarize Filipinos with the NGC coins, teaching them to recognize their unique designs and security features. What makes the 2014 10 centimo coin special is that it reflects the Philippines' cultural values. By featuring native plants, the BSP honored nature